Hey everybody, my name is TotalNerdStatus, and today I have some Dragon's Teeth gameplay from Battlefield 4. Sorry it's a day late, I'm sorry! But, I got home last night, and it literally takes me like 8 hours to download these freaking map packs, but here it is. I did not do very well, and I did decent in this, in these gameplays, but I have, like a 22-minute long video here for you guys, me commentating over the whole thing. If you don't like my voice, feel free to mute the video. But I showcased all 4 maps here, and this first one is called Sunken Dragon. It's a pretty big map. It has a very large pool of water in the middle, which is where this sunken hotel is, which is was just to my right. And up right now, they're to my left. The buildings to my left. Right now, those buildings that are in front of me. You go up inside those, and you activate a switch that can either flood, like put water into the hotel and into that big crater, I guess you could call it, or you can drain the water out of where it is right now. And depending on whether it's draining or, you know, full of water, then it'll have different vantage points for different players. Like right now there's a jet ski because it's full of water, and half of the hotel is underwater right now, so I'm gonna have to get out here and swim inside the hotel in order to get to the objective and capture it inside the Sunken Dragon hotel. But the only problem I have with this map is, like, right now you're seeing when the place is being drained, then like you can see the water lines going down. While it's being drained and or flooded, then you kind of get stuck on some of the things. Like right now I was having trouble kind of working my way around all the obstacles, and like that fence, I could not get over that fence when it was being drained, even though the water level was still above where it was. So that was really my only downside to this map. Other than that, I love the water effects, I love the colors, I like how the hotel is huge. It has at least 3 levels, and as you can see, I unlocked the new Desert Eagle, and that thing is so much fun. I mean, most of you who have played with the what's it called, 44 Magnum in Battlefield 4, it's a good gun as far as damage goes, but it does have a trigger delay that's extremely annoying. This Deagle has slightly more, it does have more, but it's very slight, more damage than the 44 Magnum, and no trigger delay. No trigger delay at all, so you don't have to aim, you know, 5 feet in front of somebody if you're trying to hit them while they're running, and it's so powerful. And I love the way it reloads. It's all slow and it just makes it look massive. I know that's kind of what she said, but regardless, I love the new Deagle. I love this map in particular. It's definitely not my favorite, but I have really nothing wrong with it other than the slight glitch, the glitches that you get when it's you know, being flooded and drained. And right here you can see the hotel, all the different levels of the hotel. You can look out the sides, like the windows and stuff, and it has some long sight lines into the other buildings where you can get on top of, and the higher levels of, so you can snipe across the map and stuff. It is a pretty big map, it's pretty open, but I think a lot of people tend to stay either on the outskirts inside those buildings or inside the Sunken Dragon hotel itself, where I'm at right now. So it's a big map, but you don't have to worry about getting lost. I mean, once you know the map, then it's pretty easy to get around, and it may look confusing, like inside the hotel and stuff, but I mean, it's really not. you just gotta learn it. I love the lighting effects, like where the sun is, and how it really bounces off of all the smoke. That's, I don't know, it's hard to describe. I just love all the colors of this map. And even the hotel itself on the very outside has some what's it called, like the logo of the hotel, Sunken Dragon, that's all lit up in LED lights, and whatever kind of symbol that is on the building next to me or in front of me is glowing blue. And you can get inside those buildings where those guys are, and inside the buildings next to them, and you can climb up a couple of levels, just like in Flood Zone in the very back of the map. That's kind of, you know, the same basic layout that they are. And now that the hotel's flooded, then I'm swimming my way back to the objective now. And this is the first time doing the Deagle in the water, and it's so much fun. Watch this. annihilation, and awesome reload. So yeah, I love the Deagle. I don't use it as my primary weapon. Well, obviously it's a secondary, but I didn't mean that. What I mean is it's definitely my secondary weapon, but I would not just want to use the Deagle by itself running around, especially in these close quarter maps. I guess in these close quarter maps it could be a good idea if you were accurate, but I myself am not very accurate, especially since I like to get cool no-scopes, and that's basically all I ever do with those guns when I can. So yeah, I don't really use the Deagle very much unless I feel like it. And right now it's being drained, so you can see that the hotel is, you know, the water's leaking out of the hotel, and you can see the whole floor is being revealed, and the hotel's dry, so you can walk along the floors without having to swim level to level and stuff like that. And then it also has this yacht in the middle of the, well, I don't know if it's a yacht. Don't judge me, I don't know my crap. It's some sort of boat right here. Anyway, regardless, you can get inside of it, and it doesn't create too much cover, but it's there. So, and the places where the buttons are to drain and flood the place are on the other side of the map right now, where that objective is over yonder. Pretty sure that was C, but I have no idea. But they're over to my left on the other side of the map, and you can get inside those buildings, and it's pretty fun. This next map is my personal favorite out of the map pack, and it's called Lumphini Garden. I think that's how you pronounce it. I love this map because just look at it. The colors are amazing because it's still vibrant while having a little theme, like the feeling of saturation. Everything's really wet, and like the colors are darker, and I just love it. This is the Levolution effect of this map. I guess you press some buttons down in the dam in front of me, and that water tower up there explodes and just completely annihilates the entire map. Luckily, I had just spawned on the outskirts, so it didn't really touch me, which is good, but I've heard that if you're anywhere else in the map other than where I spawned, there's no way of escaping it, because it just annihilates this bridge to my left, and just like 80% of the map is just annihilated, and you will die. So I just got lucky. But as you can see on the screen here, it's constantly raining, and I myself love rain in real life, and especially in Battlefield 4, just because it's so cool. I mean, it's really hard to describe. I love rain in real life, so I love when they implement stuff like this into the maps, you know, to where the map doesn't really have too much water other than a couple of streams through the center. But just the fact that this map is constantly raining, and you over periods of time you get these little drops of rain, you know, dripping on your screen and stuff. I think that's awesome, and I just love the colors of this map, and it's definitely my favorite out of the map pack, just because there's really no one big area of the map, like no one huge building that everybody's gonna hang out in. You can see a bunch of these little huts, not really huts, but just these little tiny buildings that are just spread out throughout the map, and then you got after the Levolution effect happens, then you have all this cover, but before it happens, then there's really nothing here other than the bridge. And some people do get on the bridge. I think I decided to I just looked at the mini-map there and was like, screw that, because their entire team was right there. But anyway, some people get on the bridge. I have some gameplay here coming up shortly where I actually use a sniper rifle, because I heard that this map was a little bit more sniper friendly than the rest of them. So I test that theory out. And but not many people get on the bridge, and if they do, then they get taken out pretty quickly, because the bridge has very limited amounts of cover. And there are some buildings like this one that are home to a couple of objectives on the very, very outskirts of the map. But other than that, I mean, it's just a bunch of little buildings, and there's really, you're going to find action pretty much wherever you go, and I love that about this map. And it's constantly raining, and I love the colors, and I love the Levolution, just pretty much everything about this map I love. And I pretty much got screwed over right there, but you know. So that's where they're on the bridge, and then right now I'm testing out the sniper. This is before the levolution effect happened, so you can still get on top of the bridge pretty easily. And as you can see right there, kind of failed with no scoping, but I mean, whenever I get a chance, man, whenever I get a chance. But wait, did the levolution effect just happen? I think it did. Anyway, you can still get on top of the bridge either way. And then I just kind of peek over the edge. I put down a spawn beacon, which was pointless. But, yeah, and then you can look on the outskirts of the map and take out some enemies and things of that nature. So that's fun. But, like I said, there's very limited amounts of cover on the bridge. So I get taken out, personally, pretty quickly just because I'm not really a cover guy. And, so... But, I mean, even the background of this map, like the parts that aren't part of the map, that are on the outskirts that you never get to because they're out of bounds, they put so much detail even into that it's just, it amazes me. So, I mean, this is definitely my favorite map out of the bunch. And, here I try out a different sniper, and I'm just kind of going around the map and trying to get some kills, but, you know, I'm terrible with the sniper because I haven't used one in ages, so that's, you know, that's always fun. That Deagle, I mean, it's ridiculous. It's so accurate and it's so fun to use because it's so rewarding when you actually get a kill. Like right now, watch this. See that guy? That guy has to be angry, and that gives you a sense of accomplishment, and it's hilarious. So I just love to use it. I've used the Unica. You actually have to use the Unica to unlock the Deagle, and you have to unlock the Unica. You have to do something. God dang it! What was it? Well, anyway, once you unlock the Unica. Oh wait for it! Damn ripple effects, though. I love when they do that. Anyway, I'll get back to that in a minute. But once you unlock the Unica, then you can start trying to unlock the Deagle because you need to get 19 headshots. Or, not 19, sorry, 20 headshots with the Unica. I just say 19 because I just experience. Anyway, I have no idea what I just said. That's fine, though, because I'm commentating to an audience of like 4 people. So, anywho. So yeah, you have to get 20 headshots with the Unica, which was brutal, especially on these maps. But once you do that, then you unlock the Deagle, and it's extraordinarily fun to use. As far as the ripple effects go, I love the ripple effects, but what's incredibly inconvenient and a little bit depressing to me is that in the vanilla maps of this game, I haven't noticed any ripple effects. I mean, you jump in water and it's still flat, and that just bothers me, especially after they came out with Operation Metro, which is still, in my opinion, the greatest Battlefield map in history, and I love the fact that they brought it back. Anyway, Metro is flooded, if you don't know, and it makes beautiful rippling effects whenever you jump into it and move inside the water. And ever since I started noticing that, I thought it was awesome. And then they didn't do anything to it in Naval Strike. In the Naval Strike maps, in the maps that were designed for water, they didn't have any rippling effects. But I guess they finally decided to bring them back for this game. This next map is my very close second favorite, Pearl Market. This map is extremely close quarters, and well, it's a maze. It's very confusing. If you don't know where you're going, which I knew about 20% of the map at this point, so I kind of knew where I was going, so I had a little bit of an advantage. But I mean, it's still ridiculous. I mean, not only is this map, I don't know if you saw the map at the very beginning. You might have seen like a millisecond of a screenshot of the aerial view of the map. But not only does it have all these separate alleyways and flanking routes on the bottom on ground level, but it also has, like, each of these buildings that create these routes have stairs or a ladder leading to the roof, and then the roofs connect with each other, and it's chaotic, and it's beautiful, and it's everything that I've wanted in a Battlefield map. I've always wanted them to go urban style as far as maps go, like really close quarters, and just make it feel intense. And they did that in Locker, but they overdid it. And in Metro, it was beautiful in Metro in Battlefield 3, but as soon as they brought it to 64-player Metro in Battlefield 4, it just got too intense. It was even worse than Locker, in my opinion. Well, I mean, it's a great map. I meant worse, as in, like, just more chaotic, and just, you can't last 5 minutes in there without raging or getting bored, because you just can't do anything other than stand in a doorway and wait for people to go by. But, regardless, this map is very close quarters, and it's everything that I've ever wanted. It is a maze, and it will take me and probably you guys a lot of time to learn it. I can't really give you any tips other than to try and stick on the roofs, because then you can just rain C4 and bullets down on people, and that's basically the only advice I can give you on this map, just because if you stay on the ground, you will get annihilated. I mean, if you don't use cover, like I was lucky enough not to run into anybody around those corners and use my cover, I mean, I got incredibly lucky with that. And like right now, look at this. Where did he come from? So, I mean, there's gonna be, there's gonna be BS like that all over this map, and if you're one of those people that rages easily, I would not recommend, I would recommend you to play this map just to see if you like it, but I would guess that it's not going to be your favorite map. And oh, right here in Zabad 311, they said that you can just shoot the tops off, right? You can just shoot the lids and they'll pop up. Apparently, they didn't think that that would be a fun, smart thing to bring back for this DLC. So we were just kind of stuck there. But, this map is so chaotic. Imagine Operation Metro just a little bit more open. Like, if you had to play the outside part of Operation Metro for 30 to 40 minutes. That's basically what it's like. And there's so many different flanking routes and so many different doorways and so many different, I mean, especially with 64 players. I mean, I don't really have to say too much more. You guys pretty much know what I mean at this point. And, oh, this is hilarious. This is hilarious. I was like, oh, wait, I'm a support. Let's see if he's stupid enough. Kaboom. So, did a little bit of trolling there, and I'm pretty proud of myself for that. But, so yeah. I mean, I'm sure those people with C4, look at that bull crap, will have lots of fun on this map, raining down C4, and, I mean, the vehicles do not last very long on that map at all. And this final map is called Propaganda. This map is probably my least favorite. I mean, it's still a great map. I love the layout. It's just, I've never really been a snowy map fan. I mean, they're just, I really can't explain it without sounding like a tool bag, but they did put a lot of work. I will say, I'll give them credit, they did put a lot of work into all the snow effects and the frost, like, that's on the trees, and the reflection of the buildings on the frozen ice on the ground. I mean, they put a lot of effort into that, and it looks beautiful. It's just not my style. I like and it's probably more open than any of the other maps in this DLC. It does have buildings, and it's still pretty close quarters. It has this one hallway. Well, it's not really a hallway. It's outside, but it's this narrow passageway that is literally the hallway of death. That's like, if you thought the hallway of death in Operation Metro was bad, you shouldn't. Oh my gosh. 64 players in that one passageway. I mean, you see how chaotic it is with like 30 seconds of footage. But, I don't know. This map is cool. I really like it. This entire area that I'm standing in right now, I've heard, is incredibly destructible. Just like in Bad Company 2, you can take every single one of those buildings all the way down and just completely level the entire area. I haven't personally tried yet. Maybe I'll go into an empty lobby and try it out later. But, so that's kind of cool. You know, it brings you back to the Bad Company 2 days. And, yeah. I mean, this map it's very cool. It has some interesting flanking routes, like this one here that gets you, that just... There's like 4 ways to get to this objective that we're on right now. And it's not nearly as chaotic as Pearl Market, by a long shot. But it does have some interesting flanking routes that can help you kind of move your way throughout the map and do stuff of that nature. And I don't know how I hit that guy. That was ridiculous. But okay, so here's the hallway or the passageway. This is ridiculous. I'm like, yeah, I got a guy. Yeah, and then I just could not put my paddles away, and then he just annihilated me along with like 5 of my teammates. And then I got him, and then he got me, and then he died. And then the one guy made it past, and then he gets blown up. I mean, it's literally ridiculous. And then as I spawn here, oh, okay, maybe it's later. There's a train in the middle of this map that just it drives, I guess, through the map. It goes through the map. I don't know if it's every so often or if it only goes through the map once, but if there is anyone or anything on those tracks when that train comes by, the train will not stop, and it will literally annihilate whatever's on that track right off the map. If there is a tank sitting on that track, the tank will literally just get blown right off the map. And here's a shot of the train right here. It's up in front of me. I have to wait for it to pass before I can get, but if anything is on those tracks, it will get blown to smithereens. And yeah. So that's basically my Dragon's Teeth rant, and I personally love this DLC. My favorite map by far is Lumphini Garden. Second favorite, close second favorite, is Pearl Market, and I love the gun unlocks. I haven't been able to unlock the assault shield. Well, honestly, I haven't tried, because I don't plan on using it, but I don't know. If I end up unlocking it, you know, by accident or something, then I'll use it. This is definitely the best DLC, in my opinion, since Second Assault. I still think Second Assault is the best DLC in Battlefield 4. Hopefully Final Stand just completely blows me away. But for now, Dragon's Teeth is a very close second, and it's a great DLC. I recommend you get it if you like urban warfare. So, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.